You know what I love?
What?
A good plant.
A plant?
I love plants.
I like plants
I don't
too.
know what it is about plants, but I feel like they just liven up our house.
We should bring a plant in here.
Yeah, we totally should. We have it in every other room.
Yeah.
Bret has a plant. We have a plant in our bedroom, but we don't have a plant in this studio here. So I better get some plants in here. But I really just love houseplants, and for some reason ours tend to just die.
Yeah, we suck at plants.
Yeah, and we try very hard to keep them alive. And one thing I hadn't tried was fertilizer. I didn't even know this was a thing. Did you? Me neither.
I didn't even think of fertilizer.
Well, either did I until earth medicine came into my life. Earth medicine is a granular organic fertilizer that you can add to houseplants, flowers, or gardens.
What about bonsai trees?
Probably bonsai trees. I'd have to connect with my contacts from Earth Medicine and find out, but it's OMRI certified, so it's made from biology that is 100% 100% shelf stable. It's a tongue twister, this one. It doesn't expire, and it takes about 2 years to manufacture from start to finish. Did you know that most of the fertilizers that you use for houseplants are just synthetic based? Like
no, I didn't
man-made?
know that.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Guess what this one's made of?
Not man-made.
100% biology from the earth.
Wow.
From the fucking earth, bud. Yeah, it's amazing. Earth medicine is 100% natural, made from the best anaerobic compost. It amends to the soil and feeds the actual plant. Earth Medicine is a Canadian company run by two sisters. They get all their material from their dad's farm in Idaho, and starting next week, they're going to have an amazing sale that you're not going to want to miss. So if you're a big plant guy, like Hope and I.
Yeah, we love our bonsai tree.
We love our bonsai. Actually, I do fucking love my bonsai tree. You're right. Head on over to earthmedicineeco.com or visit them on Instagram and join the movement at earthmedicine.fertilizer. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Still don't have a theme song. So
Apache smells really bad.
figured we'd get it started. Yeah, but I just took him to grooming. It's probably the COVID.
He smells like he's dying.
He is, I know. All right, everybody, welcome back to episode 5.
I like your little...
Welcome back to episode 5. This is a special series that I'm going to be doing with whoever I can do it with, and at this point, we're quarantined in our house. So I'm going to do it with the lovely Hope. Welcome back, Hope.
I'm just listening to you sing in the background.
I feel like you were just here. Oh, is that a little distracting for you? You can't handle the heat, eh? All right, I'll turn it down. Yeah, this series is going to be a special quarantine series. I'm going to try and do an episode as often as I can, maybe every day. Who knows? Why not?
Why not?
Why not? What else are we going to do? We're stuck here.
We're not actually stuck here.
Well, we're not actually stuck here, but I mean, it's pretty dangerous out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you haven't been out in 4 days?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe longer?
I went to Winners last week before the
Oh, yeah, right.
Before it came to Regina.
On Friday or whatever. Yeah, it's been kind of crazy. Yesterday I went, Bret's just in the baby bouncer, so you might hear the odd Bret, we can't do these because she's always awake. She just doesn't
Literally
fucking
always.
sleep. She didn't sleep like at all today, at all yesterday. She just likes to be awake like dad, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yesterday I went and I got our doomsday grocery list.
Yeah.
I felt like a big fucking asshole with a cart full of supplies just in case the world comes to an end.
We actually did need groceries, though, so...
I know I kept saying that to all the people looking at me. I'm like, I actually needed groceries. They would like laugh because like literally everything was picked through. All the frozen vegetables were gone. The only thing that they had everything of was like gluten-free and vegan stuff, which was perfect for me because you can't eat anything
Yeah, I know.
other than your bread and whatever breastfeeding mothers with gassy babies can eat. So far, it's just been like bread. Can't eat nuts, really.
Can't eat ice cream. Can't eat.
I got you
Cheese.
vegan ice cream.
Yeah, those were good.
3 small Revels
Minuscule punts.
for $8.50. Punts Rebels. 3 Punts Rebels. Yeah, it was kind of like an eerie feeling. Like there was people with gloves.
Ew.
They were just there with like gloves, touching everything.
Well, I mean, that's kind of smart, I guess, and you don't touch your face. And
It's smart, but
Get
it's
the
also kind of
Ebola.
dumb
why?
because
I guess, yeah, you breathe it in. I don't know.
you're still touching things with the gloves. And
Yeah, then you
still,
take the gloves off.
Yeah, but you can still touch your face with the gloves. And like
Yeah.
it's very hard. Like the girl that was there, she was an old lady. She had gloves on, and she was like being nice to everyone. And I like couldn't take her seriously because she had blue gloves on. Like I'm like you're
doctor's gloves or like
yes,
Oh.
like gloves that you would use to like insert a couple fingers into a
Okay.
prostate exam. All right. So
You're
yeah,
sick.
we're just here at our household. I got some new podcasting gear that I wanted to test out, and I thought, you know what? Why not just do a quarantine series with the
With
love of
his
my life,
his last resort podcast guest.
with my last resort podcast guest, Bret, and her mother, Hope. You actually weren't even on the list.
No, I know.
I'm just kidding. Everybody loved you. It was very fun. I thought it was really cool, the last episode that we did together.
Yeah.
Hey, can you pipe down? God, it's loud like her mother.
Shut up.
I'm just kidding. So we have a bunch of different ideas for this quarantine series.
Sorry. It's past my bedtime.
Are you tired? Is the mood a little too?
I like it.
I like the mood too, but is it a little too like chill? Like I feel like we should be having like a deep conversation right now.
This is going to be pretty deep.
Is it? Why?
Maybe.
What's your feeling on COVID-19?
I don't really care if me and you get sick. I just don't want our little infant to die. I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't really heard of any babies getting it, and it doesn't really feel like we're quarantined because I don't really leave the house anyways.
Yeah, I was telling my mom earlier. I was talking to her on the phone, and I'm like, honestly, it's just kind of like mat leave.
Yeah.
Like just quarantining is like mat leave.
Yeah.
You never leave the house. You're always in pajamas.
Mm-hmm. Never put makeup on. Don't even know if I brushed my teeth today.
Yeah.
No,
I
I did.
You did. Yeah, I brushed my teeth today too.
Sometimes I don't.
I was. Yeah, you're actually sick that way. People need to know that about you. You're a freak like that. You can go a whole 2 days without.
Okay,
brushing
I'd
your
never
teeth.
go 2 days. It'll be like I don't brush them in the morning, and then I'm like, wow, I need to fucking brush my teeth. They're hairy.
Yeah, they're hairy. No, I feel like you legit go at least a day and a half sometimes.
I'll go one day, and then I'll brush them in the morning the next day, and that's sick, but I just get lazy.
Yes. Yeah, sometimes it's a foul smell coming out of there.
Okay, you brush yours, and they smell the same.
Green fog. You're part of the green fog squad. I love you though.
You have to say that.
Yeah, I know, but it still doesn't make it less true. Even if I have to say it. Should we grab Bret and hold her? Or should we just can you give us some peace and quiet and solace, lady? We're trying to just enjoy each other's. Today, actually, we didn't really get a lot of us time.
No, well, we were cleaning, and you were working.
Yeah, day 1 of quarantine was actually very productive, I found.
Yeah.
I'm working
Nice.
from home, which is nice. I'm very fortunate to have a job that allows me to do that. But I feel like today was productive. You rearranged all of her whole room, essentially.
Well, it was disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Looks way better now.
Yeah, and I categorized my VHS collection for genres.
Miscellaneous, thriller, comedy.
two cubes of comedy.
What was the other one? Thai fighting movie.
Oh, those are like the either doubles where I have 2 VHSs of one, or like ones that I will never watch, like Thai boxing. But as I was going through them, I was like something was like coming over me where I was feeling very like obviously nostalgic, but it's so much better picking a movie when you can see it. Like the Netflix thing just doesn't do it for me. It's so hard to pick a movie on Netflix.
Yeah, they don't look good on Netflix.
But when you like see the movie, you're like, oh, that's a good Rush Hour 3. That's a good movie.
Eh.
You haven't even seen it.
No, I haven't.
It's so fucked. You're so young.
Shut
You're
up.
just the youngest. So Hope and I have the same birthday as you. We think we touched on that last episode.
Yeah, we did.
June 8th. But I was born in 1990, and she was born in 96. So quite the difference.
Yeah.
You were 10 years old when I was 16. You were 12 when I was 18.
Okay, that's sick when you say it like that.
I know, right? But I mean, it's the truth. So I thought that it'd be fun to ask you some questions since,
Not
you
just
know, we've only
me.
known each other
Not-
couple months.
No, I'm going to ask you questions.
Oh, you're going to ask me questions?
We
just,
can both ask each other questions.
just random questions?
Yeah.
Oh, you just want to pick one on the old, what was your favorite game as a child?
That's a dumb, like, pick good ones.
That's a
at
fucking
least.
deadly one. What was your favorite board game? We're big board game people. We both love board games.
I don't think I don't know.
You don't have a board game? You didn't have a favorite board game? Can you not?
Favorite board game? I don't have a favorite board game.
You don't have a favorite board game?
No.
All right, well. And that's it for episode 5. We will
Yeehaw!
see you. I was really into like Sorry. I don't know, me and my dad and my mom and my brother, back when we were all together as one family, we used to have family board, or it was like family night where we would either, I don't know, go play baseball on Thursday night, or we would play Monopoly or like some
Yeah,
type
we
of
did that
game.
too, but
And my favorite games were, there was Life, the game of Life.
I like Life.
Love the game of Life, but only the computer game. And I think the biggest one was Sorry. I think it was because it was easy to play.
Which one is that? I don't even know what game that is.
It's the one with, here, I'll just pull it up here so you can see. Everyone listening knows what Sorry is because they're probably of age, but you're a little bit younger, so.
Probably type in the game.
Oh, yeah. Not Justin Bieber.
Sorry.
Justin Bieber pops up.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah.
You don't remember that one?
Yeah, I do.
It's fucking
I was thinking
legit.
of that one where you like pop that thing in the middle.
Yeah, isn't that this one?
No.
What? Which one's that? I thought this was Sorry. I
What's that
thought it
called?
was.
No, Google
What
board game
the
with the poppy uppy thing.
What board game with the poppy
Uppy thing.
If this comes up, I'll be fucking amazed. No, puppyopoly.
With the
All right, moving on.
yeah.
Would you rather live 120 years that are comfortable but boring, or live half as long but have an exciting adventure-packed life?
Ugh, half as long and have an adventure-packed life.
I mean, I feel like everyone's gonna pick that one.
120? Who'd want to be 120?
Yeah, I was thinking that the other day. Sometimes, you know, when you like come across old people that look like they look like death. They look like how you would imagine death is.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to get to that point.
No, me
ever.
neither.
Like,
I think like I don't know. My grandma was like 86, and
I feel like that's the cutoff.
that's too old.
Yeah.
But then like some older people are like,
No,
Not-
nobody's fucking at 90. That's when the fucking ends. Well, I mean, that's literally why we're all here.
no,
No?
to fuck?
Yeah.
No,
Not at all.
not when you're.
I feel like that's the whole entire reason why the male species exists.
Oh,
It's all designed for that.
to have babies.
All our accolades are designed specifically to get females to notice us so that we can have sex. That's what
Well,
that's how
okay.
she goes.
I would still want to live half as long, have an exciting.
Well, I
Oh my
mean,
God, I can't
everyone's
fucking-
gonna fucking say that.
Yeah, pick a better one.
These ones
Scroll
suck
down.
ass. What's something that overwhelms you? That might be a good one. Do you get overwhelmed?
Yes, I do.
By who?
No, not you.
What overwhelms you?
I'm trying to think.
How has it changed over the past 5
Like
years?
to the point when I'm like kicking Sophie in the car, or
No, that's anger management. Well, we can touch on that
so
after.
then
But
what overwhelms? Like what?
overwhelming
in
in the sense that like sometimes it's just too much. Like not
in a bad way.
yeah, like difficult for you to deal with maybe. Like I don't know.
I don't know when the last time I felt like that was.
See,
Yeah.
I feel like in January you might have felt like that sometimes. Having a baby was pretty overwhelming at the beginning.
It wasn't like overwhelming. Like having her wasn't overwhelming. Maybe like feeling, I don't know, feeling not alone. I don't know what the word is. Feeling,
Like in January you're saying?
yeah.
You could probably say it.
Feeling not alone, maybe. Because like you're literally never going to be alone ever again.
Yeah, that's a strange fucking adjustment for sure. When you're having, like, if you're a new parent, that was the biggest struggle for me for sure.
Like I remember when my last week before Bret was born, and I took off work a week early, and I was sitting at home like bored, and I'm like, what the fuck do I do this week? And I remember people were like, oh, just enjoy it, like. And I was like, no, like, I hate being bored. But, like, now it's like, oh, I would have literally just laid on the couch. I think I did do that, but.
And not even.
I would have not complained about it. Like, I'm not complaining now, but, like.
Yeah. Hey, Bret. For sure, relax. Yeah, no, I think that for me, for sure, that was the toughest adjustment, was just, like, coming to the realization that for the rest of your life, essentially, like, literally for the rest of our lives, we are going to have a daughter that we have to take care of. It doesn't matter what happens in our life. It doesn't matter what happens with us. It doesn't matter what happens with our families. No matter what, we have her that we have to.
Well, even like think about when you get like sick, you want to just like curl up in a ball and die. You literally can't do that.
Yeah, you got to fucking be a parent. And I'm sure we're going to realize this to different degrees as time
we're
goes
still
on.
fresh, but
And I also feel like we're in like an easy stage. Like as hard as it feels sometimes, it's probably pretty easy. It seems like a lot of people love to tell us how hard it is when they can start walking around. Did you fart?
did you?
No?
Okay, then it's the dog. Smells so bad.
Maybe I did fart. I can't remember.
Oh my god.
I could have farted for sure. What do you take for granted?
I think I'm working on this, but I feel like I take lots of things for granted.
Like what? Specifically.
I don't know. Like I feel like as much as I try, I like probably take you for granted sometimes.
Why do you say
As much as I
that?
try not to. I don't know. Like I come downstairs and I remember you always have the coffee ready for me. And last week there was one morning I didn't say thank you for it, and I felt like bad. Because I was like, well, I just took for granted. Because I didn't say thank you. I like didn't even think of it. I just turned the coffee on and I was like, oh, going about my day.
Yeah, but I think that even you being conscious of it is the only thing that matters. Like I'm not looking for thank you
I know.
when that shit is like that. I feel like that stuff's natural when you're in like a give and take relationship, you know, like there's definitely things probably that you do for me. Actually, I know there is. Like all day today when I was working, you were fucking dealing with this little hellion. I mean, yeah, I think probably you're right. We probably do both take each other for granted, but at the same time, I feel like we're also very good at recognition. Like
Yeah.
better than most, I would say, at like recognizing how much help we are to each other, and that like we wouldn't be able to do this on our own. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think I also take like family for granted.
Mm-hmm. In what way?
Like maybe not now, but like sometimes when I just think about like things my mom did or like little things like that, I'm like, wow, if I would have known, I would have been different. But like you obviously can't plan life like that. But
That's the fucking. I think that it's such a unique situation being in a relationship with somebody who has lost both her parents, because like sometimes I will be like, I don't know, bitching about my mom or my dad and the way we like talk or whatever, like the conversations that we have, something will irk me and I'll be bitching about it. And then just like the way you are, the way you respond to my venting is like a helpful reminder that like, oh yeah, like at least I have these moments with them, whether they're good or bad, at least I get to have them. Whereas like with you, obviously with your mom and stuff, you're always kind of, I don't know how I would categorize the way you make me feel sometimes about me bitching about my parents, but it's a good thing. It's like a way that makes me realize not to take them for granted. And I think with your parents, it's the hardest thing to do.
yeah, I was gonna say I think everyone does. Like you don't plan for your like mom to die. Like it's not like people take them for granted all the time. It's not like
yeah, like I don't know. I almost wonder if it like almost takes something so catastrophic like that to happen for you to realize.
yeah, I think it's like something people you realize it once they're gone. Like it's not like it's hard to not take someone for granted when they're with you all the time.
Yeah, that's why I last year, was it last year? Yeah. For our birthday, I had thrown out the suggestion of having like a eulogy party. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Like, because I thought that there would be like a good
That would be
exercise.
cool.
Like it would be a good exercise because like we always kind of like reflect on our relationships after they can't be relationships anymore. And like a eulogy party where all your friends come to your birthday party and everyone gets a friend and they have to write a little 5-minute speech
as if they died.
And
That would be depressing. Like I was just literally for like 2 seconds as you were explaining it, thinking about like if you actually died and I had to read your eulogy.
yeah, but I don't think
my God.
it wouldn't be as morbid as that. It's more of
know,
like a
but,
positive
like,
exercise.
yeah.
It would be more like
Still depressing.
I know, but it would be like nice to be recognized in real time by the
Yeah.
people that you share relationships with,
Yeah.
which never happens, right? Like rarely happens. Like my mom and dad, for example, are so important to me, but yet maybe I write like a blog post or a letter to them once a year to like tell them that, you know?
Yeah.
And then every other day it seems like I'm just taking them for granted. They're always doing things for me, always going out of their way just for me, probably what we're going to do for Bret. And then it's me kind of just not being that good. Like, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say, and it's different when you're like older, like you have your own life to live too. Like,
yeah, it's fine.
I'm sure your mom and dad know that.
No, I'm sure they do too. But it's just one of those things. That's why, like, weirdly enough, it's kind of, I don't want to say it's cool having a girlfriend that's an orphan, but it's like helpful because it keeps those things like kind of closer to my attention than it would if, you know, we were both just like taking advantage of our parents all the time, you know?
Yeah.
But anyways, let's continue. You go ahead on this next one, whichever. Well, this would be a good little continuation, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe we can keep going.
Oh. How have your priorities changed over time?
How far back do you want me to go?
Yeah,
Sorry,
10
that was
years.
Sick. Wow, 2 episodes in a row I burped on. Fuck. 10 years?
Yeah.
Okay, so 19. I think that when I was 19, I prioritized myself a lot. Like, I didn't consider like how my family might feel if I leave to Vancouver and go explore my options, doing college and playing sports. And then from there, it just kind of continued like that. I think that I really prioritized myself. I was quite like a selfish kid. And I think like rightfully so. I feel like everyone kind of needs to go through a selfish period in their life. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Where like they need to really do whatever the fuck they think that they need to do.
Yeah.
And so I think that probably continued until I was about, I don't know, 24, 25. And I feel like between 23 and 26 is like, or 23 and 26, it's like your most like pivotal like years, like your most important years as an adult, I think.
Why?
Because I feel like you really kind of come into your own, you for me, what happened was I began to become like self-aware. Whereas before I wasn't necessarily. Before I was like a cocky asshole, like arrogant and just like loved to be that way. And I mean, obviously I still kind of have, I struggle with it, but I think that I'm so aware of it now, and I was never aware of it before I was like 25. You know what I mean? And I think that time is like just a really important time of like self-discovery and finding your own place in your own world, not just in the world, but in like your little bubble. And how you, and I don't know, I feel like it's such an important age. And I feel like from about 26 to now, they haven't changed that much. It's weird because now I have a kid, and you'd think that like everything changes and it would be totally different. But for me, I feel like it just kind of, it's almost a continuation of what I've been learning for the past like 5 years.
Okay, so what were your priorities 2 years ago, and what are they right at this moment?
My priorities.
So like you're 29, so when you're 27.
I mean, I was a lot more. My priorities were about having more, like, fun. I get like. I don't know. Experiences. Like I traveled so much when I was 27, and I was working all the time. I was doing so much photography, like too much photography, and my priorities was just staying as busy as I possibly could and being like flooding myself with all these different things that gave me something. So traveling, photography, like I was just kind of on the move. Whereas now I still feel like I'm still that guy, like the travel guy who loves photography and creative things. Only now I have to kind of do it from a more localized, like at home level. So I don't know. I don't think that answers your question, but I just feel like not much has changed in terms of priorities from the past 5 years for me. I feel like I've stopped prioritizing myself as much. And now I'm kind of like more willing and open and able to give like myself to whatever it is.
That makes sense.
What about you?
My priorities?
Yeah.
From when?
Well, yeah, it's kind of tough because you're so fucking young.
I was going to say 10 years ago I was 13.
Yeah, it's funny that you're so young because it bothers you when I make fun of it, but for me it just is always funny.
My priorities 10 years ago,
Justin Bieber.
I was going to say I had Justin Bieber posters all over my wall.
That's so fucked up.
My grade, how old are you in 13? How old are you in 13? Oh,
yeah,
honey.
Hope's been experiencing pregnancy brain even after she's had the baby.
It's a thing. I was reading about it on Google University.
Yeah, Google University says so much fucking stupid shit, though. There's no way it's a thing. Didn't you say it was like a thing for like 8 years
2
after?
years.
2 years, yeah.
I think that makes sense.
No, that's people making excuses.
Well, I'm
Scientists, come at me. Come at me, a biologist.
What about
Prove
doctors?
me wrong.
I'm using that as an excuse because I am fucking dumb.
You're not dumb.
How old are you in 13?
No, you're not dumb.
I was going to say, how old are you in grade 8?
I don't know. Let's say, how have your priorities changed? Because you're still at the kind of like precipice of becoming an adult. It's so weird because
Precipice.
Oh yeah, right. Hope likes to pick fun at my vocabulary.
No, I'm not making fun of you. You just have a way bigger. My vocabulary is puns.
It's puns. Okay, but like, let's say from the beginning of university to now, how have your priorities changed?
Beginning of university.
Because I feel like you became an adult when you were 17 when your mom passed away. I think you had to.
I did, but I didn't. My first year university, me and Steph moved to Regina and got a place, but I wasn't adult enough to pay for the place myself. My dad helped me out with rent, and that makes me cringe. If you don't have money, don't I don't know. I didn't have the money to live there, but I did anyways.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean you didn't become an adult just because you got help from your family. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I know that right now it's more, you're more of an adult now because we're self-sufficient.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean more I mean priority wise.
Okay. Well, I wanted to still be out going out every weekend. I had a boyfriend, but I still wanted to go out with Steph or my friends and
yeah,
have fun, put makeup on, drink, go out, which that does not interest me in the slightest now. I don't even put makeup on.
Why doesn't it interest you now? Because of me?
No. It's just I don't find it fun. Let's go to Gabbo's. Let's go hang out at Gabbo's.
Well, when I met you, you did. When I met you, you were out every weekend.
When?
When I met you.
Okay, 2018.
1 year ago.
2018 winter. BP's Lounge, maybe.
Yeah, but you went
and
out
I went
all
out.
the time. You went out, you drank every weekend when I first met you.
I didn't drink every weekend.
Okay, well, you know what I mean. I'm just saying
because I don't know. I just don't. I've grown up. I literally think that sounds so dumb, but I've literally grown up a lot since December 2018.
Doesn't really sound 2019. Doesn't 2018.
2018.
Yeah. No, it doesn't sound that dumb. I think you have. I've witnessed it. So
yeah, and I don't know. I'd rather watch a movie, watch House, be in pajamas.
Sometimes though, I feel a little guilty for robbing you of your youth with my seed.
You did not rob me. Look at this cute little punes baby.
Well, I know.
Can you stop saying punes?
Yeah, please, for sure, stop saying punes. But I know I didn't rob you, but I think that there might be a what if factor that might kind of linger in the back of your brain.
Literally never.
It's
literally no. You
say that now, but you never know.
No.
I don't know. I always that's kind of the one thing that makes me wonder sometimes. Is you're still quite young. We had a baby. And I've kind of, I feel like I've lived the life of 1,000 men. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, so having a kid now is the only thing that I want to do now is.
Well, that's all I want to do.
Yeah, I know.
Stuff I want to do is stuff I want to go do things with you. I want to travel with you and Bret. I want to do things as a family. I don't want to.
You don't think you'll ever miss the Champs dance floor?
I've been to Champs twice in my whole life.
I can't even count the laps that I've done.
I didn't get on the Champs train.
Yeah, probably for the best. That place is crazy. Shout out Crushed Can. What was the greatest day of your life?
Oh, I don't know. Sorry, Bret. Actually, yeah, maybe when Bret plopped out.
That day?
Maybe not. Yeah, I remember when you said it was a girl. It's my whole body was filled up with happiness.
Really? See, again, mine was.
Patchy, get out.
No, he can stay.
He stinks.
Patchy, you stink. Lay down, buddy. Lay down.
Literally smells like he's in the dumpster.
All right. Patchy, go lay down. Good boy. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely didn't feel like that was the greatest day of my life. I was just so fucked up, emotionally. So I couldn't imagine you, but I watched it, which I don't want. I'm not saying it's harder. I would never say that. But like, it's a very strange feeling watching like all this blood and all these doctors and all these nurses, and then you have no clue what's going on, even though you've been trained by all the prenatals in the world, and you're helpless in the moment. It's very taxing. I did not feel like that day was great.
Well, I waited so long, literally like 40 weeks to go into labor.
Yeah.
And then in the morning when I like woke up in a little puddle, I was like, oh my God, finally. Like I was so excited. And even though I knew I was going to die right away. But then like, even when we were at the hospital and I was like dying, I was like, oh my gosh, like baby is going to come out today. Yeah. And then when she finally came out, like we both thought it was going to be a boy, and then it was Bret. So I was like so excited. Well, I would have
Bret the girl.
It was just it's a very weird feeling to explain. I don't even know how to explain it, but
yeah, I kind of like always made fun of parents when they were like, "Oh, you can't explain it. You just have to."
You can't though. You can't explain it.
It's definitely an unexplainable feeling for sure, because you have to go through it. But for me, definitely though, some time around that time was the greatest day of my life for sure. I think actually the greatest day was when we got home on the 24th, where I was just like, I remember being like, finally we can like sleep in our bed, even though it was a terrible time because we were scared every 2 seconds that she was gonna die, and like so
Who
weird.
Who trusted us to just take a little baby home from the hospital? Like we had no idea what we were doing.
It's so weird, but everyone does it, and it's weird. It's weird to think about that, like people who have no idea how to take care of a baby just leave with a baby.
Yeah,
and
a baby
and take care of it. Some people don't even take prenatals. Our parents definitely didn't.
My mom probably did. It was her 4th child.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, she was a vet by then. Yeah.
But no, I know what you mean. Like they probably didn't. Like, I wonder. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that for me, the best day was when we all got home and we were finally able to like get some, not even some rest, but like some privacy or some like
just like get out of the hospital, get the IV out of my hand.
Yeah.
Not eating whatever the food was at the hospital.
Yeah, it's definitely fucked up how the mom has to go through all that, and then for the next 3 days she just doesn't sleep. You literally, by the end of those 3 days, you looked like you were a full-blown fentanyl addict with stage 4 leukemia. But you still looked beautiful, which is weird.
Shut up.
I swear to God.
I was looking.
I'm not even kidding.
Looking at when I look at pictures, like who was it that came over? Oh, like Aaron. No, was Aaron here? Aaron, Nina, all of them came over. I looked like I was a crack addict.
Yeah, you were on the verge of death there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know those pictures were the worst ones for sure.
Thanks.
But that was because you were literally at the final end.
I was like withering.
Before perishing.
No, I wasn't withering. Definitely wasn't withering then.
No,
I was perishing.
I feel like that was right before the postpartum depression kicked in. It was like those pictures. That's like a fucking crazy thing though. Like I honestly have a big respect for you after going through all that and coming out the other side. I feel like that's why I'm so helpful. Is because like I don't know, I always think about that. Like, and it's not even, it doesn't end there. Like you still like battle taking care of this fucking little banana.
You do a lot though.
I do what I can. But at the end of the day, I'm not getting up in the middle of the night with the tit. I mean, neither are you, but
if you had a tit, I know you would.
Yeah, but I don't think I'd do it as like peacefully as you. I don't know.
Yes, you would. You don't have anger management issues.
Yeah, no, I don't really have anger issues. You do. You kicked me in the face once in Mexico.
Okay, I wish I could remember what happened because you were not being nice to me.
I probably wasn't being nice, but like kick in the face, right in the face.
Okay, it wasn't.
It was
You're taking it so out of.
I wasn't, because I was drunk and it hurt.
We were laying on the couch. You were okay. I was laying on the couch. My feet were up on your shoulder, and you said something very rude, and I kicked you. So yeah.
I said something somewhat rude.
It was rude.
It was a
I don't
little
just
rude.
kick people in the face for no reason.
But you do.
Buckaroo.
That's what I'm saying. You
No,
do.
I
But
don't.
you do.
No.
No, I think that you definitely have anger management issues, and let's just leave it at that.
Okay.
That's good. You're practicing your tools that you got in class. That's great. All right. What oh, little smelly boobies.
Oh, yes, Dinkus. Oh, yes, Dinkus. He gets so tired, but he won't sleep because he finds it. Oh, yes, smellies.
What are you most proud of? Don't say Bret.
I don't like the skip.
No, I want to know that.
I don't know.
What are you most proud of in your life?
I've done nothing.
What? You're fucked. Don't lie.
Hi.
Graduating grade 8.
Okay, so Hope is an orphan. Her dad died when she was 2.
I'm
Her
really
mom
proud
died
to be
when
an
she was-
orphan.
Her mom died when she was 17.
You literally make me sound like a legit orphan. I have a stepdad who is my dad.
Right. Who is your dad? I get that. But it's still, you fucking lost your mom when you were 17. That's tragic and terrible.
Tragic.
Even though we make a lot of jokes about it now.
Yeah.
We're pretty dark in this household. Well, Hope is dark. I just kind of... Let's just wait for her.
Hey, stop it. You
Okay.
stop it. You
Um,
stop it.
I know that I make you sound like an orphy,
An orphan.
but I do think there's something to be said about like losing your mom when you're 17 and then going on and graduating high school, going to university on your own accord, graduating university.
Yeah.
But what
I
are
just
you
feel-
what
I
are
don't-
you most proud
I feel
of?
like I still have more life to live and more things to be proud of. Like I'm proud of going
Yeah.
to university, but like I'm not.
Yeah, you're 10 years old. Of course you have more life to live.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'll have more things to be proud of. So in 10 years, you can ask me that question and I'll have a better answer.
Okay, sounds good. All right, well, I'll just go fuck myself then.
What are you most proud of, Buckaroo?
I'm not.
Okay.
No, I don't know. What am I most proud of? I think... fuck, that's a great quest. I feel like I'm proud that I was like... I don't want to say like... Maybe wise enough to be able to like understand where I'm inherently deeply flawed. I know that's like a mouthful, but like I feel like that's what I'm actually genuinely the most proud of. I don't take pride in like the accolades of my life, like the actual things that you can point to. I don't really take pride in that. What I like is that like 29 years later, after all of those experiences, I've somehow managed to like understand where it is that I fall short, and then still fall short all the time in those areas, but be like self-aware enough to at least try to like be a little bit stronger in my weaknesses.
That's what you're most proud of?
Yeah.
Really?
Is that shitty or what?
No, you've just done so much shit.
Like what?
Traveled, lived somewhere far away for a long time, went to school. You've done lots of stuff. You got into that master's program.
Yeah, but I didn't go, so how can I be proud of that?
Because you didn't use protection, so.
Or was it because you didn't let me shmush mort?
No.
Just kidding. We actually didn't even have that conversation.
Hi.
I think that I think that is what I'm most proud of. I know that I've like done things. That's why I said I'm not like proud
Yeah.
of the accolades. Like, yeah, the one that I am, I guess, proud of is moving to Chile and learning Spanish.
Yeah, that'd be. I would love.
That's definitely a cool thing that I did.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still more proud of the fact that I like can point out where I'm deeply flawed and and can like try not to be so deeply flawed. I don't know. That's just me.
Are you grabbing her?
No, I was gonna, but she's chill. So
Okay, scroll down more.
scroll
Or
down.
what?
Let's do 2 more, and then we'll
Okay,
call her
do
up.
good
Call her a
ones.
cast for tonight, and then we'll be back tomorrow
Scroll down more.
or the next day or whenever I feel like it. You know, because I can do what I want to do, buddy.
Scroll down more.
Another burp. I gotta stop drinking beers on the pod. Speaking of that, can you pass me a Guinness? St. Patty's
Another
Day.
one?
Yeah, it's Happy St.
You've
Patty's Day.
had 3 beer right now?
I've had 3, yeah.
So this is your 4th.
4th, yeah. But like, okay, let's put it in a fucking context. I've been drinking beer
don't
since
have-
like 7.
You don't have any.
What?
You have your other ones.
All right, good enough. That's fine.
Can I have some?
Yeah.
In my cup?
Yep. Can you? We got one more question left. Let's do one.
Okay, and then pick a good one.
Well, you pick it then.
Okay,
I'll
scroll
let
down.
you pick
oh my
it,
God, this
Buckarini.
dog smells so bad.
Hope really hates
I
Apache.
don't hate him. I love him. He just smells bad. So does Sophie. I had to pick shit out of Sophie's butthole the other day. She was walking in the house and I saw a little brown thing and I was like, oh no. And I lift up her tail and it's like a block of shit stuck to her butt hair. And I had to go around and cut around her anus
Long-haired dogs will do that.
with our kitchen scissors.
All right, Brett's getting a little bit unruly, so let's. Hey, sweetie.
Okay, find a good question.
If you keep talking, I'm gonna have to strike you in the face. We're pro spanking and beating our kids, right?
No, we're not.
Oh wait, we haven't had that conversation. We've only known each other a year. All right, sorry.
It's been longer than a year.
Yeah, I guess it's been like a year and 4 months. Yeah, a year and 4. Classic.
Okay, scroll down.
But a very heavy and intense year, and it's like we've lived 10 years already together.
Can you scroll? Okay, stop.
The thing is, this was an impromptu podcast. We definitely did no prep.
No,
we
we
didn't even
didn't.
think about it. We just were like, well, what else are we going to do? Let's pod. So
Wait, we'll think more about the one we're going to do
yeah,
tomorrow.
the next one's Forsh
Okay,
McGorsh.
scroll down more. If you had the option to know the date and circumstance of your death, would you?
Yes.
You would want to know how you die and when?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you like one day for your birthday, someone gave you an envelope. This is so dumb, but someone gave you an envelope and it said you're going to die on, so our birthday is June 8th. What if it said you're going to die September 30th at 1 p.m.
Yeah, that's what I would want.
and you're going to get hit by a car? What would you do?
I would hang myself before that
Shut
happens. What? I'm serious.
Would you like live crazy until September 30th?
I would live.
If you're going to get hit by a car, so would you not go like...
Well, the thing is I don't know that I'd live crazy, but I know that I would live as if.
Live as if there's no tomorrow.
No, but I would live like focusing on the things that actually matter in life. You know, like even with this virus, it puts into perspective real quick, like the things that matter.
Mm-hmm.
Food, like your people, like food, your people, like socializing, like things like that,
Mm-hmm.
that you can sometimes get caught up in money or like jobs and things. When something like this coronavirus shit, that was hope this time. When something like the coronavirus happens.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, we're only gross like this with each other.
Yeah, I
we're
don't just
never-
burp
yeah,
in front of people.
We don't rip farts and burp in front of anyone. Well, I fart in front of people sometimes, but
Yeah, you do.
yeah, but I don't really. Anyways, I think that I would probably want to know the day and the time that I
Oh
died.
my gosh, why?
So that I can know that, like, okay, I got 4 months. I don't need to make more money. Now I can just focus on the things I need to focus on and enjoy it.
No. So if you're gonna
you wouldn't.
so you know you're gonna get hit by a car.
Hold on. So you wouldn't want to know when you're gonna die?
No.
Why?
Because I would be like anxiety landia every single day,
Okay,
knowing.
but don't think about that aspect of it.
Because then I think like if you know exactly when you're gonna die, I don't know. I wouldn't want to know.
Why though?
I don't really know if I have a reason. I just like think.
Wouldn't you want to like do everything that you feel like you should do? Or at least try? Because I feel like most of living life, or at least most of the way that we live life as humans, is doing shit that we don't want to do.
Okay, maybe I'd want to know the date, but I wouldn't want to know how. Like, example, like when I said, okay, if you were going to get hit by a car, I would be scared to drive. I'd be scared to walk on this sidewalk. Like, I would think I'd maybe want to know the date because then, yeah, you can like not take things for granted and like do everything you want to do. But also, if I know I'm going to fall off a cliff, I don't know, then maybe I wouldn't want to go skydiving.
Well, yeah. Or maybe you would if you know you're going to fall off a cliff eventually. Maybe you're like, oh, well, I might as well fucking do a backflip skydiving. I don't know. I feel like I convinced you a little bit.
No, I still don't. I would not want to know. I would just want to. No, I wouldn't want to.
Okay, last question. So far, what is it that you've learned about life since COVID-19?
What have I learned about life because of a coronavirus?
Yeah. What has all the crazy hysteria, wildness from Corona, how has it impacted maybe the way you feel about life?
I guess just like all the stuff I see on Facebook, it really shows you how like selfish and like crazy people are.
That's literally what I took away from it too.
Yeah.
Is like we all kind of like pretend very well that
be, like,
we're very
generous
empathetic and
yeah.
generous, but when it comes down to it, there's a fucking zombie apocalypse. I'm pushing you forward so that I can go back away from the zombies.
Actually, though, like on one of these mom groups on Facebook, there was like a whole bunch of moms offering if like someone ran out of formula, they were like, just send me a message and I can like send you some in the mail.
Right. But
like that's nice too. Like,
yeah, but if those moms run out of formula, if the moms giving formula run out of formula, they're not going to give you their formula.
I would give people breast milk if I could do that. I don't really know
Not
how.
if Bret needed breast milk, you wouldn't.
I don't run out.
But if you did, if your udders stopped producing,
then Bret would starve too. So.
okay, but you know what I mean.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Is like at the end of the day, it's like we are generous. I'm not saying we're not, but to an extent, there's always to an extent.
Yeah.
That I don't know. That's just how I've felt about it. Like going to any grocery store, I'm just like, I can't imagine the vulnerable people who legit need shit to eat around their house or need things. And these doomsday shoppers like me are going out everywhere.
We needed groceries though.
I know. All the groceries I got it actually wasn't a doomsday shop.
No.
It was just like
our usual like monthly big haul.
Yeah, but we had to get dog food and whatever, so it just added up to quite a bit. But anyways, I don't know. I just feel like, yes, we're generous, and yes, sometimes it does also bring out the generous side in people, like with the formula example. But I also, that's kind of the one thing I've taken away is like, wow, when you take away all the smoke and mirrors of a society, you're left with the basic instincts of humanity, which are like
Survival.
and like hunting and gathering.
Yeah.
And yeah. I don't know. Survival of the fittest.
Mm-hmm.
So here we are in our house seeing how long we can survive.
We might have enough frozen hot dogs in the freezer.
Yeah, I got some frozen dogs. We got a rack of ribs. And then for the most part, mostly vegan food.
Mm-hmm.
We're like borderline vegan at this point.
We basically are, except for the hot dogs we had today.
Yeah. No, but that's what I mean.
Chicken.
We're mostly plant-based right now because of Bret.
Yeah.
But I don't mind it. Like, it's kind of cool switching it up. I wish more people I wish vegans didn't hate people who ate meat once in a while.
Yeah.
And like we could all just live, a healthy lifestyle together. I could live a plant-based mostly lifestyle with every now and then,
Are you gonna put
dabbing
on your
into some
on your
steak.
Instagram bio plant-based?
Plant-based. earthmedicineeco.com. Get it in ya. All right, Bret's finally fading. It is 10:51.
We tried, we literally tried to put her to bed at 8.
Yeah.
It was 8. She would not.
She's just alive. She's got that energy.
We welcome
like
some
Dad.
tips or some mom hacks, dad hacks.
Yeah, I sedated her the other night with a bunch of pills.
Shut up.
Just kidding. I do wish that sometimes.
The
though.
only thing is,
I wish they just had an off button sometimes.
yeah, like the babies in psych class.
It'd be cool to be a really good anesthesiologist. And then you have a kid and you can just perfectly, safely
You have issues.
No, but I feel like you can be a better parent if you get more sleep.
Well, she sleeps good when she finally goes to sleep. She gets 7 or 8 hours.
I feel like that would be a great job.
A baby
a job
drugger?
Yeah, no. No, hire kind of like an Uber cat. But Uber doula, someone who comes over and just does what I'm doing right now with Bret.
So a nanny, a babysitter.
Yeah, but on call only when you need her, when you need to sleep. If you've done it for 6 days and you just need it to sleep the 7th day.
So an on-call nanny.
You just
We're
fire up your Uber nanny, and you get that Uber nanny in here, and she just takes care of your baby all night. I mean, you'd probably have to vet.
If we lived in
lots of criminal
Calgary,
record
we
checks
could call your mom.
That is true, but we don't. Okay, well,
don't.
anyways, that was great. I don't know what we'll call this series. Maybe the quarantine series or
part 1
or California Quarantina. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But this is episode 1 of that series. We're just going to do as many as we can do while we're isolated in here because that's what we can do, buddy. So let's just have fun with it.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. So my last resort guest, Bret, and her mother, Hope. It was a very special episode, and I can't wait to do more. We'll be back at her tomorrow. I think tomorrow. Maybe not. Maybe the next day. We'll see. It doesn't matter.
I have no plans.
I make the rules. You don't have any plans, but you got a lot of plants. And don't forget about that Earth Medicine Eco, baby.
Yeah, I'm excited. I want some for our bonsai.
Yeah, we got a bottle on the way. I can't wait for our bonsai tree.
And our plant that's dying in the kitchen. Yeah. Hopefully it brings it back to life.
Yeah, unless it gets the coronavirus. Then we're all fucked. All right. All righty. We will see you probably tomorrow. Okay, goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Now that's just sad, but so true. We all got mad habits and we ain't got nothing to prove. Now that's just sad, but so true. We all got mad habits and we ain't got nothing to prove. Now that's just sad, but it's so true. We all got mad habits, now watch as we break on through. It's because we got habits, so many of them. It's hard to backtrack where we started any of them. Habits, this is some of what we've done to have a little fun. It's because we got habits, there are no consequences when we've lost our senses. Habits, we all got the shit, and we're never gonna stop the shit. Yeah, we all got habits. 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 Addicts of satisfaction. Action, reaction. Habits. Addicts of satisfaction. Habits.